On pricing, are you seeing any changes now? Post AI, are kind of new pricing models being discussed with customers, especially on the ground, right? What are you seeing right now?
Not so much as you hear the noise. On the ground, I don't see so much price changes, right? And one of the definite it will change, I believe, outcome as a service, results as a service, all of those things, usage-based pricing and all may come eventually, but there's a lot to figure out. And I think the whole market will eventually change. And like, there are a lot of companies who would lose their revenue by 10x or so if they change their pricing today, right? So there is a bigger problem at the incumbents level. Imagine any of these large SaaS players changing to outcome-based pricing, right? What would happen to all of their revenue tomorrow? So until it is sorted out that there is a definitive revenue with outcome-based pricing, I think it'll take a long time to see those in action. Imagine the ATS companies or HR tech companies are saying, I'm like, we'll only charge you when you hire somebody versus a SaaS. One, the company should be willing to pay 10% or 20% of the salary for an ATS company, not a HR company, versus paying $2,000, right? So those mind shift, I don't think we are there yet, or we have figured it out yet. But definitely, I can see the usage-based pricing or consumption-based pricing or cost plus value-based pricing will continue to happen because AI is a lot of infra cost today. So you need to cover the cost of it. SaaS may be limiting that way. So you can do, there are the GitHub and GitLab model where you can say, this is my cost. I'm like, no, I do 5x of my cost for anything, what I charge on top of this. That is one model I see it could certainly easily happen.
And then specifically in Hivel's case, right? I think your product is creating very direct value, right, for customers. I mean, in terms of it could be cost savings, it could be kind of higher throughput, right? It's very tangible in nature. How have you gone about tying Hivel's pricing and correlating it to the value actually you are creating, right? Instead of the classic SaaS-ish kind of a model, which probably works for a lot of other workflow automation. I think you have kind of a bigger opportunity to actually take a larger share of the actual true value that you're driving very immediately.
See, if we go with the outcome-based pricing, I'm like, we'll be 10x our revenue tomorrow because of the ROI what Hivel is able to show today, right? With our, I'm like, companies who have been using Hivel have seen at least 30% productivity increase. Now imagine a company is spending $10 million and they have seen a 30% productivity increase with Hivel. That's $3 million in savings, right? Now, how much would the company be willing to pay out of the 3 million to Hivel, right? So ROI wise, it's like huge. But can companies start to pay us that way? We still are yet to experiment and see that people will change towards that direction. It also happens to be where you have to be 100% sure about the attribution part. How much of the 3 million is completely coming from Hivel? What are the other tools that they are using? What are the process changes they're bringing it? What is the change management they're bringing into the company, right? So that attribution also becomes a big challenge. Until that is clear, outcome-based pricing becomes a challenge. But uh, definitely something for our code review agent, the outcome or usage-based pricing is something that we are considering and to experiment.